Hi, thank you for tuning into New Hope. I'm Pastor Jason Hensley. You see, this last week, the kids got to hear about the time Mary, Lazarus' sister, anointed Jesus using the spikenard oil. And there's a lot of lessons that we can take away from that story, be it Judas's greed, how we should handle our money, or how we should see worship in general. But what I wanted to look at was through the lens of, let's assume Judas had no ill intention when he said what he said. Let's assume Judas really did care about the poor. Well, what's the lesson we should take away then? And that's the lens that I wanted to look at it through, because that's the lens that Jesus answered it through. Because when Judas said, hey, why didn't we give that money to the poor? This is what Jesus says. He says, let her alone. She has kept this for the day of my burial. For the poor you have with you always, but me you do not have always. It's easy to understand on a physical, material, immediate level. Jesus was physically there on earth at the time, and Mary wanted to honor him. And that makes perfect sense on its own. But you see, there's another layer that I want to look at this through. And that is, Dr. David Jeremiah makes a great point in his study Bible comments, which is, Mary was humble and teachable. As she demonstrated, it's more important to be occupied with Christ than to be occupied for him. It can be so easy to get caught up in the things that we're doing for Jesus that we forget to stop and be with him. Everything that we should do should be an outpouring of our relationship with God. If we're not actively spending time in our Bible and actively praying, a lot of what we do is just going to fall completely short. And so I want to encourage you, if you haven't stopped and had a conversation with your Savior today, if you haven't stopped and read the Word today, just slow down, make some time. It's going to be worth it.